You've noticed that the world is ugly. Ever wonder why? Here's one reason. They have weaponized minimalism to kill the human soul. Picture your typical downtown. A soulless concrete box. A glass cube. Another concrete box. It's not just boring, it's a deliberate rejection of beauty. In 1908, an architect named Adolf Loos declared that ornamentation is a crime. He literally said that decoration was degenerate, comparing it to the tattoos of so-called primitives. This wasn't art theory. It was the birth of a new global aesthetic that taught us that wanting something beautiful for our homes was somehow immoral. And it wasn't an accident. The Bauhaus movement deliberately created a form follows function dictatorship that stripped identity from our cities. They promised utopia, but they delivered uniformity. A world where a hospital looks like a corporate headquarters, which looks like an airport, etc. All of it is soulless, uniform, and reminiscent of a black square on a canvas. And here's the cherry on top. The US and Western art market today is largely a money laundering architecture. They use these ugly, non-representational art pieces as financial instruments for the elite and for the criminals. They don't want you buying art that brings you joy. They want you scared to take risk. They want you buying mass-produced beige garbage from a big box store because it makes you feel safe. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. You not only have the right, but the obligation to be surrounded by objects of beauty and personal meaning. Studies have shown that people who surround themselves with things they find aesthetically pleasing actually live longer. You heard me right. Living in a space with things you enjoy looking at actually promotes longevity. Your home is the only place where you get to be the dictator. Why would you choose to decorate it like a dentist's waiting room? But here's the good news. You don't have to accept this. You can reject their safe, soulless prescription. You can support art that actually means something. Art that's about subjective beauty, personal truth, occult exploration, and human connection. All the things that make it worthwhile to be a human being in the first place. That's why I create every piece that you see at newworldordernow.art.com. When you buy my art, you're not just buying a painting. You're making a statement about your unique tastes and perspective. And not everybody has to like it. That's okay. How boring would it be if everybody was the same? Well, you're living in that world right now. It's not great, is it? This work won't be available to museums or galleries. They're for you, the people who still remember what it means to be human. Go to newworldordernow.art.com. That's NWONOWART.com right now. Sign up for our newsletter and get 20% off your first order. This is your chance to own a piece of the resistance.